Guys, for today's video, nabalitaan nyo ba yung nag-viral na post about na wrong send sa GCash tapos naibalik din sa kanya? Well, yan ang pag-uusapan natin today and titingnan natin kung paano nga ba ang nangyari dito at naibalik dun sa sender na nagkamali. Also, tingnan din natin yung process talaga on how you are going to get about if napunta ka sa same situation. Samahan nyo ko, pag-usapan natin yan. Sit back and let's discuss. Coming right up. Hi guys, this is Pat and you're in Pat Quintos Review TV. So if you're new to my channel, I do reviews about personal finance na meron akong experience or meron na akong knowledge na ginawa ko na yan ng videos and playlist na makikita nyo dito sa taas. At kung bago kayo dito sa channel ko, you may want to consider subscribing to my channel. So, couple of days ago guys, merong nag-post sa Facebook na yun nga, sabi niya dito, nagkamali daw yung assistant niya na magpadala ng pera amounting to 13,000 pesos. And yung number na nasendan niya, yung dulo na number is mali. So, ang ginawa daw ng assistant niya is kinontak niya kaagad yung GCash. Then, sabi daw ng GCash sa kanya is wala nang magagawa. I don't know if that is the exact verbatim, pero yun yung sabi sa post. And then, ang ginawa ng assistant is kinontak niya kaagad si BSP for escalation. So, isa rin sa ginawa niya is kinontak niya yung recipient na nagkamali siya. Ang sabi dun sa post is blinak na siya. Then, kinabukasan, kumontak si GCash sa kanila regarding the issue na ni-raise niya sa BSP. And then later on, nung kinontak na siya ni GCash is naibalik naman sa kanila yung pera. So, there are couple of things na kailangan natin i-discuss dito sa issue na to. So, two things dito. Una, actually, pwede naman talagang mag-raise kay GCash na wrong send kayo. And titingnan ni GCash kung yung pinagpadalan na GCash number is a GCash active account. Kapag hindi siya active na GCash account, meaning walang account na nakaregister dun sa number na yon, there is a high chance talaga na maibabalik sa inyo kaagad yung na wrong send kayong pera. However, if meron naman nagmamay-ari ng account na yan, hindi actually basta-basta na pwedeng mag-deduct si GCash dun sa number na yon papunta sa inyo. Ang unang-unang gagawin ni GCash dyan is to facilitate yung coordination between yung nagpadala at yung nakatanggap. Under our Philippine law, kapag nakareceive ka ng pera na hindi intended sa'yo, meron ka kaagad na responsibility na ibalik yon. Tawag nila dito ay solutio in debiti. Medyo Latin word yan. Hindi ko rin alam. So, ang sabi dito, under Article 2154 of the Civil Code, if something is received when there is no right to demand it, and it was delivered through mistake, the obligation to return arises. Ibig sabihin neto, kapag nakatanggap ka na wala ka naman talagang reason na i-demand yung pera na yun sa kanila or yung bagay na natanggap mo at hindi naman talaga intended sa iyo yung natanggap mo, meron kang responsibility na ibalik yan. Basically, ang nangyari dito is nag-coordinate dito si GCash and possibly umuon na lang yung receiver dyan na ibawas yung maling napadala sa kanya. Okay, pangalawang point to raise. Yung sinabing wala nang magagawa. Well, actually, hindi ko masabi kung yan yung tamang verbatim, but if we're going to base it nga dito sa post na to, yan siguro yung feeling niya na response na wala nang magagawa. But either mali ang wording na ginamit ni GCash para ang dating sa customer is hopeless na wala nang magagawa, or hindi properly na explain ni GCash yung timeline ng escalation or process. Basically, wala naman karapatan si GCash na masabi na wala nang magagawa because ang isa sa responsibility nga ni GCash is to do that coordination. Dahil nag-viral tong post na to, nagbigay ng pahayag si GCash at ito ang sabi nila. According to GCash, on the same day the case was reported, as customer experience team acknowledged the concern and guided the user through the formal process of requesting assistance. As part of our standard handling, we also explained that validation and coordination would be required, which may take time. GCash also pointed out that the return of funds is not a result of an automatic reversal, but typically occurs through successful coordination and the legal obligation of the recipient under solutio in debiti to return the money by mistake. So, in this case, medyo tama nga yung nasabi ko kanina na possible dyan na umuo na lang yung nakatanggap na ibalik yung pera. So basically, ganun yung naging takbo ng story about this successful retrieval of this 13,000 peso na wrong send. Ngayon, naglabas si GCash or nag-outline si GCash ng gagawin nyo in case na maranasan nyo na ma-wrong send din ng pera. So, sabi ni GCash is unang-una, reach out to the recipient. Contact the recipient immediately and request the return of funds. Under the law, they are obligated to return undue funds. Step 2, if step 1 fails, report the transaction without delay through the official support channels such as GCash Help Center or hotline. So, ito po yung number nila, 2882 for Globe and TM and then 0272139999 for Globe Landline. Tapos, meron din silang internet call through the Help Center. Ayan. So, ang kailangan nyo dito is to provide complete transaction details, reference number, amount, date, and recipient. Stay responsive for follow-ups, for verification, and then allow time for review and coordination and as case require proper validation. Okay, step 3, if recipient remains unresponsive, so ito na, kapag na-coordinate mo na kay GCash and then si GCash kino-ordinate na dun sa recipient and walang natatanggap si GCash na response from dun sa recipient, ito yung mangyayari. If the recipient remains unresponsive or refuses to return the funds, you may file a formal complaint with the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group and Cybercrime Investigation and Coordination Center for further assistance. So basically, in these steps na pinrovide ni GCash, makikita talaga natin na walang decision-making dito si GCash. More on yung step 1 and 2 is talagang to facilitate coordination. And yun nga, kung umayaw or hindi makontak talaga yung pinagpadalan, dun na papasok yung magpa-file ka ng formal charges or formal complaint. Thus, kapag nalagay ka nga dun sa sitwasyon na yan, parang ang dating sa'yo is wala na magagawa. Pero sa totoo lang, ang last resort mo is to file a formal complaint. Okay, for our question of the day, alam niyo po ba na you can be held accountable if hindi niyo po ibabalik yung perang yan? And kasama na ang sakit sa ulo pag hindi mo binalik ang perang yan? Aware po ba kayo dyan? Let me know sa comment section sa baba for our weekly giveaway. Yun lang muna for today's video, but before we end this video, mag-shoutout po muna tayo at shoutout kay Zach Dalisay at Zach Dalisay 479. Sabi po niya, shoutout po. Ayan, kay Zach Dalisay, shoutout po sa inyo and thank you so much po for watching and supporting my videos. Maraming salamat po. I hope you can like this video, leave a thumbs up, and if not, wala nang problema dyan, but continue to support me by subscribing to my channel by clicking the subscribe button and also the bell button sa tabi ng subscribe para ma-receive kayo ng latest notification sa lahat ng upload ko. Again guys, this is Pat Quinto and you're in Pat Quinto's Review TV. Bye-bye!